Hey guys, it's Peter here from Lucas Creatives. I just want to jump into it today because I'm kind of running late. It's been a very busy week here. So I'm just going to jump into it with basically no intro. This video is about setting up a basic e-commerce website in WordPress. We're going to use the main WordPress e-commerce plugin, which is called WooCommerce. So if you have ever heard of WooCommerce or WordPress, this is something you'll want to watch. First, we're going to start by installing the WooCommerce plugin. This plugin it used to be its own independent WordPress plugin, and it was an open source plugin, and people have been working on this for many years. Recently, the company that owns WordPress bought this plugin. So in the past 2 or 3 years, they've been busy trying to integrate this plugin into the WordPress system, and they've done a fairly good job. More people use WooCommerce than Shopify simply because it's free. But I also believe eventually it's going to get more user-friendly over the years. With store setup, you're just going to put your basic information. You don't need to be a registered business. Just enter an address for now. It should be the country of your origin at least. For your home currency, I do recommend you think about if you're not in the United States and the United States is not your primary demographics, think about a widely used currency, because that's kind of what your customers will see, that currency. There are, if you live in a country like Canada, we had to, get a American, like a USD Canadian bank account just so we could sign up for a US currency. So just keep that in mind. The payment section is all about how you're willing to receive payments, and there's all sorts of third-party services. You've probably heard of PayPal, but actually right now the best way to take online credit card information is Stripe, so I'm gonna check that off. And Square is good too, but we're not gonna integrate those for now. We are also gonna take cash on delivery, so because we're a local business, maybe we go to some dog owner's house and then we take checks, or we have a credit card machine. That's what it would be for. Next, we have shipping. If you're shipping physical goods, you're going to want actually another third-party software to help you manage all those things. Remember that WordPress and the WooCommerce admin window was really made for blogging. When you're doing shipping, you just want to focus on shipping and you don't want to make any mistakes. ShipStation is one of the best third-party shipping platforms out there. They work for Shopify too. They have so many features. It works really smoothly. You have to do critical things on ShipStation, like sometimes you need to merge orders, sometimes you need to void a receipt and all that stuff. So we're not gonna check off ShipStation for now, just because that deserves its own really tutorial. Check off ShipStation. You'll notice there's a section here called shipping zones and shipping methods. All you need to know about shipping zones and methods is because different vendors ship differently, right? So let's say like it costs you something different to ship within your country versus shipping within your city or to another country. So that's how shipping zone deals with that. And remember, there's different tax implications to different shipping zones too. Now, within every shipping zone, you might have different ways of shipping. So for example, in Canada, we have either regular standard parcels or express shipping. But in the US, you might have more options for that shipping zone. So that's why you need different methods for different shipping zones. Just enter in whatever you want into here. You can change it to what you actually need later. Next, we have a recommended section. So this is WooCommerce recommending some essential e-commerce, essentially plugins. What would happen is if you check all these plugins, it's gonna pre-install these 4 plugins for you. For us, we're not gonna check off any of these for now. Even though some of them are pretty good, we just want to be able to learn ourselves. Next, we have Jetpack. WordPress is always trying to get you to install Jetpack. It's kind of their premium line of software that includes various multi-tools. I personally don't like Jetpack. It's kind of got a lot of features you didn't know you want, or it just feels like bloatware. And I kind of enjoy just like saying no to WooCommerce and saying no, don't give me that. The last thing to do is of course add a product, and this is going to be its own section here because this is a major undertaking, especially if you have a big store. You'll be adding a lot of products, and fair warning, Shopify is a lot smoother for adding products. Remember, WooCommerce is built on top of WordPress, so you kind of see the same elements of blogging kind of mush-mashed into e-commerce interface, if you will. So yeah, we're gonna jump into adding a product here. Let's just say we're gonna sell some lotions for puppies. The description here is gonna actually be important for all of e-commerce. Remember, Google picks up your description and tries to place it into its search engine here. So I'm actually gonna take my description seriously. Okay, for now I'm just gonna do that. Fill in. And the main product window is here. So here is where you have important information. You can have your product set as a virtual service. So let's say something like consultation or something like that. If you're actually selling a downloadable zip file, like a ebook or something for download, you can set it as a downloadable product. You can set prices. You can set sale prices. You might want to pay attention to the weight because that will integrate very well with a lot of advanced shipping calculators, and you can save yourself a lot of pain and headaches later if you set the weight properly. And that goes for the dimensions as well. Remember, dimensions refer to the dimensions of your shipping package, not the literally of your goods. Shipping class is pretty useful feature, but honestly it doesn't scale really well. It doesn't automate itself really well, so I don't even want to explain what it's for. It's just another way to differentiate your shipping methods really. Next, you can set linked products, so whether it is a related item or an item you want to upsell, you can manually set it here. I don't recommend using this feature because it should all be automated in e-commerce. Now we're getting into more nitty-gritty features. So if you have something that has a lot of specifications, it would be good to put in the attributes. Or if you sell a range of products that have the same attributes, so let's say you sell like 10 different kinds of pizzas or something, and then you want to identify the width of that pizza. And we're just going to fill it out with whatever we like here, just as an example. One last section here is a purchase note, which is pretty cool. When the customer actually checks out, they'll get this little message from you. And of course, we want reviews to be turned on for our product. In addition to the main description, WooCommerce also gives you a short description box right beside the pictures. So it varies depending on what your theme looks like. For my theme, the user actually sees the short description before the long description. In whatever the case, you'll just want to experiment on what looks right for you. Next, we have product categories. This is your main way of navigating and sorting through all your products. So you'll have to develop a good understanding of how to organize your products in a way that your users can easily search and understand. But for now, we're just going to add a category called lotion here. And of course, we have product tags. So think of tags as an internal tool for you to organize your products in addition to the categories. I'm not a huge believer in tags, to be honest. Tags were used back in the day, and everyone kind of spammed their tags for SEO purposes, and ever since then Google has really not paid much attention to tags, and either should you, in my opinion. Okay, next we have product pictures. Of course, this is super important for most stores. In my industry, the picture is what sells. People don't really read much these days, if you haven't noticed, so you really need a picture and a good gallery to sell your products. So that's most of it. I'm gonna check out here if I need additional. No, I'm not gonna add additional pictures. I think that's pretty easy to do. I'm gonna publish it. It's kind of like publishing a blog, except you're publishing a product. And then of course I'm gonna check it out. So see, there's our product. It's been published, it's live. You can see what fields are visible that we worked on. So here's a long description, obviously. Here's the attributes that I was telling you earlier. Reviews have been enabled. This is what the add to cart looks like. Pretty clean, and then you got your coupon codes. Yeah, and it's a one-page checkout, so they can leave all their information here. Remember that with Shopify, it's a two-page checkout, so there's different reasons why you would want a one-page versus two-page. Gonna cash on delivery, and we're gonna place the order. So yeah, that's what it looks like. You can see the message there. Thank you for purchasing the lotion. You can check out this video and learn about how to use it. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of part 1, guys. In part 2, you'll see what I'll be talking about further. It goes deeper into some of the more detailed settings and more useful